And can we welcome now Courtney Malcolm to the stage, please? He said to me, "I got her, bud. I'm going to leave Courtney alone on that one." Tonight could have been the night that Courtney Malcolm was inducted to the Nova Scotia Sport Hall of Fame as an athlete. After all, in his youth, he had great potential as a hockey player. At 16, he was playing senior hockey in his native New Glasgow, and a year later with a St. John, New Brunswick team that won the New Brunswick title. He was good enough to play in the Quebec Major Junior League in 1949 and 50, came home to help Halifax St. Mary's win a Maritime Junior A title in 1951, and in 1951-52 played in the Eastern Hockey League as a draftee of the New York Rangers of the old six-team NHL. The next fall, at training camp in Guelph, Courtney had a devastating leg fracture. He was 21 years old, and his playing career was in effect over. He faced reality. He decided if he would continue in sport, it would be through organizing, coaching, officiating, and assisting in whatever way he could. Thus we arrive at tonight, 54 years later, and Courtney Malcolm enters this Hall of Fame as a builder, a man without whom, in his hometown of New Glasgow, thousands upon thousands of kids and people would not have had the chance to play sports. The list of his participation in community work is endless. With Hall of Fame member John Brother McDonald as a role model, Courtney started coaching in the Rotary Club's minor hockey program in 1954 and continued to coach and referee until the New Glasgow Minor Hockey Association was formed in the early 1970s. His Pee Wee teams won provincial championships. He assisted in junior programs. His Thorburn minor hockey teams won zone and provincial titles, and his New Glasgow High team finished as high as second provincially. He helped form the New Glasgow Track and Field Club, coached a team in Victoria Day races in Trenton, and for the last 15 years has been starter and timer at those races. In the early 1960s, Courtney helped form the Pictou County Twilight Baseball League, then coached the New Glasgow Bombers, who became the Colonels. He was a game reporter for the New Glasgow Evening News and served 9 years on the board of a Kinsman Midget AAA team. Longtime friend Hugh McGregor had this to say about Courtney.
I've known him for years as a local icon within the sports community. I became involved with him back about 12 years ago. My business sponsored a AAA midget baseball team in the area, and I formed a board of directors, and he was one of the first ones I approached to go on our board. And he was with us for 10 years as a director, and he contributed greatly to our organization.
And even at his advanced age, he couldn't stop helping kids. Just 4 years ago, he was an assistant coach with the New Glasgow Junior High girls soccer team. His generosity of time, as is in the case with most volunteers in sports as well, money hasn't gone unrecognized. He received a YMCA Appreciation Award of Merit in 1974, the Town of New Glasgow Achievement Award in 1981, and the Canadian Amateur Hockey Association Service Award in 1985. In 2002, he was awarded the Queen's Jubilee Medal. And of course, the man with such talent as an athlete and builder is a member of the Pictou County Sports Heritage Hall of Fame in both categories. Says Hugh McGregor, he was a natural athlete. In the early days, he played every sport.
He gave freely of himself, and if he seen you weren't carrying your weight, he was very quick to point it out to you. It didn't matter whether you're a kid on the bench or a director sitting beside you or on a commission. He would point out your slackness pretty quick. At the same time, he was always ready to give you a pat on the shoulder, you know, if you did excel or were carrying your weight.
Courtney played a lead role in elite hockey events hosted by New Glasgow, such as the Air Canada Cup and World Under-17 Hockey Challenge, serving as All-Star Selection Committee Chair for both events. He was a driving force behind the renaming of New Glasgow's arena to John Brother McDonald Stadium. It has been more than sport organizations that Courtney's touched. He's been involved in the St. Andrew's Society and the Festival of the Tartans. He's been a director of the Scotia Rink Commission and a past member of the New Glasgow Recreation Committee. He is praised by educators as a man who offers his constant support and encouragement while unofficially coaching teams by being on the sidelines, cheering, encouraging, and offering advice to help the athletes achieve better results.
He understood almost immediately any shortcomings of people and how the game should be played, no matter what the game was, whether it be baseball or hockey or whatever.